team, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about healthy habit building and how we can put some things in place to make sure that we get in our training and we get in our fitness. I am joined here today by the amazing Emma from Hip Hoop Hooray.
Hi!
We're going to talk about some easy tricks to get you where you need to be and start building your healthy habits. The first point is to do small amounts every day. So rather than scheduling these big, huge, massive chunks, just do a couple of minutes, even like 10 or 15 minutes worth of fitness every day. I personally find that I like to do this first thing in the morning. So I'll go out and I'll walk my dog and then I'll come home again and I do about 15 minutes worth of rehab and conditioning.
And then it's over and done with, you know? You don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. You don't have to stress, and then, you know, if it hits 5 o'clock and you're like, oh no, I didn't get my workout in. You don't have to worry about that if it's the very first thing that you do every day.
And it's a lot more convenient to be able to fit into your schedule than being able to block out an hour chunk of time. Because if you're anything like us circus performers, spare time is not really a luxury we get very often. So being able to do these small, easy to manage bits every day helps to keep our fitness level where it needs to be.
The next point that we're going to make is that you should train with a friend or find a fitness buddy, yeah? Because one, training with a friend is way more fun.
Agree.
And you keep yourself accountable.
When I was in a gym, which let's be real, doesn't happen anymore, the times that I was most likely to go is when I was training with a friend, when I had someone else who was part of the same gym and we'd agree to meet and go at that time. You're way more likely to go if you're going with a friend. The next point is to make it fun. The same way you can do it with grabbing a fitness buddy is you can make it a fun activity for yourself. You can go put on some music and dance around as your fitness routine. You can hula hoop as your fitness routine.
It's really fun. You should do it.
It's super fun. Go rock climbing, go swimming, go to the beach and run up it with your dog.
Don't they have like, is the dog yoga and like goat yoga? There's stuff like that to make your everyday fitness routine, like if you're doing a normal yoga class, fun.
Yeah,
there's
totally
all that sort of stuff. And just try something new. So the next point is how to get motivated or how to stay motivated.
This story probably sounds super familiar to you. It got to New Year's and you decided this year it's fitness for me. You joined a gym and you went to that gym consistently for maybe the first 3 weeks, and now you still have a gym membership and it's coming up to June.
You are not alone. This is true of 73% of people who set fitness goals as their New Year's resolution, often finding that it is too hard to follow, too hard to get back on track if you fall off, and too hard to find time.
So the first thing I would recommend is joining a challenge. There are tons of online challenges and that sort of thing, or your gym might even be doing like a burpees challenge, or sometimes they have the boards up in the gym, a crunches challenge or whatever. Go in and join, or go in and ask questions about what it is. And you know what, even if you fail at that challenge, at least you've given it a go, right?
And I hear there are some amazing channels that do challenges. If you're curious about joining one, that is also fun. The next tip is make sure that you get your sleep in. There's been a lot of studies about productivity and sleep and the benefits of sleep, and one of them relating to fitness is that you're far less likely to get up and be motivated to start on any of your fitness training if you haven't had a decent night's sleep.
I can't get anything done if I haven't had a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
There's no hope for me if I haven't had a good night's sleep.
It is so tricky when you're in those like exhausted, tired times to then be like, you know what I feel like doing? Bunch of sit-ups. That's not gonna happen.
Definitely
If you wake up and you're kind of like, oh, I can barely function, you are not gonna go and do your workout routine.
Definitely.
So try and instill in yourself getting some better sleep, whether that's setting a bedtime earlier, whether it's making sure you don't have caffeine, whatever those processes are to make sure you get a good night's sleep, trust me, it will be effective in keeping your fitness habit up.
Also, to know how much sleep you need. I can easily sleep for anywhere between 8 to 12 hours, and that is like my ideal number, whereas I know a lot of people who can last on 4 hours. So it's up to you to know how much sleep you need and require to be able to function the next day in order to keep those habits that you're trying to build, to have the best chance of building those habits.
And the easiest way to try and find out how long you like to sleep for is ideally try for a weekend so you don't have work the next day, but set a time that you're going to go to bed and go to sleep, and then don't set an alarm in the morning, and pay attention to when you wake up naturally. That's how long your body wants you to sleep for.
Can I just add one thing on sleep is that it really helps if you try not to have a whole bunch of technology in your bedroom. It's really tough if you're watching a TV show and you're also trying to go to sleep and you've got this blue light emitting and your phone's next to you going off because you're chatting to someone at the same time. You're not going to get the best quality sleep if all that stuff is going at you in your brain whilst you're trying to get to sleep.
And this is something that I mention a lot on my channel, so you've probably heard that before, and I'm super happy that it's being kind of pushed again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so important. I don't just hate technology in the room, it's actually useful.
And it definitely affects your sleep. I notice when I don't have the technology in the bedroom that I get a better sleep and I wake up feeling more refreshed than whether I did watch that TV show late at night.
And if you do like to use technology to help you fall asleep, do little easy tricks to help block out some blue light. Get a filter, put on your phone. iPhones have something called Night Shift that does it for you. Or you can get those super fancy yellow lens looking blue blocker glasses.
Alright, so the next point that we're talking about is tracking your progress. For me personally, to track my fitness, and when I'm trying to build a new habit, I look at my calendar, I open out my diary, and I go, okay, when do I have these days free? When can I commit to doing, going for a 20-minute run and doing 30 minutes worth of ab work or whatever. And I will actually, if I have a busy day, I know that I'm probably not going to get that fitness in, but I might schedule, say, 15 minutes or so of hula hooping rather than a big chunk of an hour actual workout, so it's just about working out what works for you and your schedule. I like to give myself a big tick if I've done it, and if I haven't done it, I just kind of leave it.
So there's really simple, easy ways that you can do it in your existing planner. You can also just do a simple thing like, I'm going to cross off this day on my calendar in green if I did it, in black if I didn't. And then you can kind of see days and see when you get like these runs of a couple that make you feel great. I have an app called Habitica where you can make a list of habits that you want to build, and when you do them in that day, you get to click the button and then it makes a little chime noise and it gives a little character points, and then you can use those points to buy your character outfits. But it actually weirdly keeps me tracking and invested in making sure I hear that little ding and see if I can buy my person a cool hat. So there are a bunch of ways that you can use to track this. There are bazillion habit tracking apps, websites. Do the lo-fi, do your planner, do your calendar.
You can even just have a post-it note. Just put like 7 post-it notes for the week.
Yep.
Just, if you've done it, yes, give yourself a big tick, or take the post-it note down, or whatever.
Absolutely, it does not have to be the biggest high-stress thing ever. And the other thing that I just want to mention about tracking your habits is not to freak out if you do get a black cross instead of a green one. Is if you don't get to cross off something in a day, that's alright. Maybe you were really busy that day. That's totally fine.
You should be nice to yourself.
Absolutely.
Be really gentle and nice with yourself if you don't end up doing your fitness for that day or that habit for that day.
If I don't make my fitness habit for the day, I like to sit down and write out what I did instead. And sometimes that thing is, I rested my body today. I watched a movie so I could calm down my anxiety. And really take care of yourself in that way as well. Take note of the positive that came out of your day instead of dwelling on the negative. If you guys are looking for a fun, easy, no pressure way to start your fitness journey, I would thoroughly recommend heading over to Emma's channel, Hip Hoop Hooray, and start yourself on a hula hooping habit. It hits a lot of these markers. You can do it with friends, it is super fun, it's really easy to do everywhere. It's a really great way to start your fitness journey on a really good first step. Links to her channel will be in the description box below. I post new videos every Monday, but during Habit Month it'll be every Monday and every Thursday. We're doing 2 because it's fancy and Habit Month.
Habit Month.
Amazing!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god!
What is that? I should subscribe.
Yes, you should! On that note, please subscribe, like, hit the bell.
Do all the things.
We've been filming for a little bit. We also filmed a video for Emma's channel, so if you want to click over there and take a look at that, I would also thoroughly recommend that. Before I start giggling way too much, we're gonna get out of here. As always, thanks for hanging out. Bye!
Bye!